Governor Soludo performed the function at the Governor's Lodge, Amobia. ABS Government House correspondent Ejike Abana tells us more.
While Salvation Army got a check of 16 million naira, Pentecostal churches got 40 million naira. 550 million naira went to the Anglican Communion, while 918 million naira to the Catholic Church. Leaders of the respective denominations were handed the symbolic checks by the governor. Performing the function, Governor Soludo said that the move is in tandem with his administration's pillar of human capital and social agenda, saying that the public sector in the area of health and education unfortunately slacked fundamentally backwards. He revealed that the primary duty of government is to provide public health and education, while every other person supports, reiterating that his government's goal is to achieve access to healthcare and qualitative education. While thanking the church for their commitment to education over the years, the governor reiterated commitment to revitalizing the public education sector, creating smart digital schools that will be technology-driven.
We want to encourage communities to take ownership of the schools now in their communities. Because a lot of our people very deceived and so on. Up to our fellow the school, they don't think that only if what's happening at the school. We want to change that. We wish we have all the money in the world, the things we would have loved to do, particularly in this area of human capital, because that's the future. So, but there is binding resource constraint, and that's why we seek partnership. And we thank the church, the various denominations, for your efforts, investment, and commitment in this regard.
Earlier, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, who gave a summarized presentation on the track record in the health sector, observed the existence of a gap at inception of the present administration, adding that the governor had approved many projects and programs that is gradually repositioning the health sector.
We have actually in the manifesto, we were deliberate in ensuring that some of our major markets, because people that go to market, that becomes where they spend almost part of their lives. Some of them may not have time to even go to hospital. Recently, we established a new clinic at Main Market Onitsha that can even have the capacity to give a delivery, receive a delivery in case a woman comes to market and starts laboring. So this is what we have achieved.
In a vote of thanks, the chairman of Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, Anambra State Chapter, Bishop Moses Ezedebego, described the governor as a blessing to Anambra State and father of ecumenism.
I want to thank you. You are such a great blessing to Anambra State. You have actually shown us that it is possible to work together as a family. You have wiped the tears of the poor. You have actually answered the prayers of countless millions of Anambrarians who have been going through hardships.
Deputy Governor Dr. Inyekachukwu Ibezim, Secretary to the State Government Professor Solochukwu Lebelo, Chief of Staff to the Governor Mr. Ernest Ezajuri, Archbishop Alexander Ibezim, Bishop Paulinus Ezokafo, Bishop Jonas Benson Okoye, Bishop Dennis Isizo, among others, were present at the ceremony. From the Governor's Lodge, Amobia, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Meanwhile, Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has reiterated the commitment of his administration to teachers' welfare and the quality of teaching across schools in the state. Governor Soludo stated this during the 2023 World Teachers' Day celebration held at Anambra Teachers House, Oka, where he also pardoned the principals who were suspended for flaunting the free education policy of his administration that abolished collection of fees from nursery to junior schools. Again, Ejike Abana has details.
The theme for this year's event is the teachers we need for the education we want, the global imperative, the teacher shortage. The governor announced the pardon after the teachers prevailed on him, to which they agreed that any further attempt to flout the order will result to the sack of the culprits. While noting the dynamism of the world, the governor said that his administration is paying attention to continuous learning and upgrading of skills. He pointed out that he is determined to prioritize public education, adding that the goal is to present public schools as models once again so that they will become examples for quality education. According to the governor, government will be refurbishing a significant number of public schools in the state to make them smart schools, deploying technology in partnership with the communities. The governor added that the second batch of 3,000 teachers that will be recruited will be devoted exclusively to the public schools, thereby deliberately ending the era of PTA teachers in government-owned schools.
We will never celebrate teachers enough. Part of it is that it's a day, it's not just to, celebrate our teachers, but also it's a day for reflection. That's a day we look ourselves in the mirror and ask what kind of education are we providing for the next generation. I've always said that if you want to predict the future of a society, you look at the quality of teachers and the quality of teaching. About continuous learning, continuous upgrading of our skills. Because the world in which we live is changing. Because the world of education is also doing what? Changing. And so as you reflect, we're going to have a system where the teachers continuously refine, continuous learning. It's a lifetime learning process.
The state chairman, Nigerian Union of Teachers, Anambra State Wing, Comrade Chika Chukudolue, noted that in Anambra State, the narrative is being rewritten as Governor Soludo has taken it upon himself to place education and the educators at their rightful positions. Comrade Chukudolue added that the demands of the society is attained through education, saying that the demands can only be attained with focused school system with the right caliber of teachers at any given time.
The demands of the society is attained through education. These demands can only be attained with focused school system with the right caliber of teachers at any given time. This is in tandem with the slogans of the union, which says the working condition of the teacher is the learning condition of the child.
Secretary to the state government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelo, education stakeholders, among others, attended the event.
Anambra State Housing Development Corporation has joined the global community in commemorating World Habitat Day 2023. The day, celebrated on every first Monday in October each year, was set aside by the United Nations to call attention to and reflect on the state of our towns and cities and the basic rights of all to adequate shelter. It is also intended to remind the world of its collective responsibility for the future of the human habitat. Amaka Chibuzokwe now reports.
The theme of this year's World Habitat Day is resilient urban economies, cities as drivers of growth and recovery. Addressing the event as Housing Corporation Conference Hall, Oka, the Commissioner for Housing, Mr. Polly Onyeka, said the theme is apt as it is in consonance with the vision of Governor Chukwuma Soludo in making livable, sustainable, and prosperous Anambra, noting that there are elements that are needed for cities to drive growth, which include infrastructural growth, good security network, and sustainable environment.
I want to thank you again for organizing this program. Chike and Co, you've been very great, and we are very proud of you.
Housing, digitalization, community engagement, and a green, clean, and sustainable environment. In our welcome address, the chairman, Anambra State Housing Development Corporation, Mr. Chike Anyonu, commended the staff of the corporation for their efforts in repositioning the housing corporation, emphasizing that the theme for this year's World Habitat Day reflects in the solution agenda, which fulfills Governor Chukwuma Soludo's campaign promises of livable and prosperous Anambra.
We are gradually coming to that kind of level of enforcement engagement in our environment. But for now, I'm sorry about what happened. And we keep on keeping on and make sure that things go on well in Anambra State. Environmentally speaking, thank you.
In a goodwill message, the managing director, Anambra Broadcasting Service ABS Oka, Sachido Obidiegu, said the society should place high premium on providing shelter while lamenting that the skyrocketing of house rents in Oka and environment is alarming. Sachido called on Anambra State House of Assembly to meet with Landlords Association in the city to come up with housing valuation law that will put a price cap on house rent in the city.
So I think emphasis should be placed more on availability of shelter. What do we do to make shelter available to people? I recall about 9 years ago when we came here, we came to Oka with the former governor. I recall how much I paid rent. You can imagine how much a flat, what people pay for a flat in Oka today. With this state of economy, I think we need to, there is the need for state of emergency on shelter.
Appreciating the corporation for hosting the event, the chairman, Ngozika Housing Estate, Mr. Charles Mbakigwe, called on the Ministry of Environment to do more job in refuse disposal and the housing corporation to always make available green voucher portion while giving out slots to estates. The Housing Corporation Chair, Mr. Anyonu, later presented an award of excellence in service and cooperation to individuals and corporate bodies, including the Managing Director, ABS Oka, Sachido Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Residents of Umuopalanri village in Enugu, Njikoka local government area have cause to celebrate as a philanthropist in the town, Mr. Obinna Nekwe, kicks off a 1.5-kilometer road construction project in the area. The road construction, which connects to Mr. Nekwe's residence, will stretch from the old Onitsha Oka Road by Ring Road in Enugu. Ngozi Obleri was there and now reports.
Mr. Nekwe, who hails from a neighboring village in Uruobu but has his building in Umuopalanri, initiated the project to alleviate the suffering caused by the deplorable condition of the road. During the flag-off, the Transition Committee Chairman Njikoka Local Government Area, Barrister Clement Aguyi, commended the benefactor for his commitment to community development, emphasizing the importance of using wealth for the benefit of all rather than oppressing others. He also announced plans to flag off another road in Enugu next week and expressed optimism that around 7 kilometers of roads will be inaugurated by the end of the year. Speaking, the Anambra State Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, Mr. Chiamaka Nnake, and the member representing Njikoka 1 constituency, Honorable Chidiebele Ibemeka, expressed gratitude to the philanthropists and encouraged others to follow suit, highlighting the state government call for public community-private partnerships and think home philosophy.
I know if I talk only the presidential and governorship handshake. There were said and go to and only I see one dozen
The traditional ruler of Enugu, Igwera of Ebe, represented by a cabinet member, Chief Clement Nwafo, and the chairman, Umuopalanri village, the King Henry Okafo, praised the philanthropist as a true son of the soil with a genuine concern for his people's welfare, urging the contractors to uphold high standards. Responding, Mr. Anekwe, represented by his sister, Mr. Ifeoma Anekwe, assured that the road spanning 3 villages will be completed before December 20th, 2023 to contribute to the community's socio-economic development.
This road in a chanya, the sick you were taken in the Macanuso, here put a room. Who's why you make it a business? Even if the one I had, I had THA go near Webo as so no say
Speaking on behalf of Kotaps Engineering Limited, Engineer Jacob Enaini highlighted the road features, including double drainages, a width of 7.3 meters with flood control, and its potential to ease traffic congestion and serve as a bypass. He acknowledged challenges in removing some fences hindering progress, but pledged to complete the project according to schedule and with high standards. From Enugu, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Anambra State contingent to the 2023 World Teachers' Day celebration in Abuja has taken delivery of 2 out of the 7 cars awarded to teachers for excelling in different categories. In all, there were 7 categories splitted into junior and senior, private and public, and the Federal Unity Colleges, out of which Anambra emerged the overall best teacher in private schools, overall principal in Federal Unity Colleges category, while the third teacher emerged 4th in the best administrator public school category. ABS Abuja Bureau Chief Ekwe Ajide has details.
The leader of the contingent and Commissioner for Education, Anambra State, Professor Ngozi Chuma Ude, said the feat was possible owing to the education-friendly disposition of the Professor Soludo-led administration. She hinted that presently, with the laudable strides of the present administration in the education sector, education in Anambra State now stands at 25 teachers to 1 student. According to the Commissioner, teachers in Anambra State have no reason to complain and as such cannot think of moving outside the state for greener pasture.
Mr. Governor and the likes of him have realized that teachers are the base of the nation. They have decided to remunerate the teachers, to improve the living condition, the services of the teachers, such that every solution teacher will not have the need to leave the shores of Anambra, because Mr. Governor will remunerate them and is already doing it accordingly.
For the overall best teacher in private schools category, Oreku Obiageli of the Karo Standard Convent, Umeza Aguichi, said her student-inclusive mode of training marked her out for the award, while the principal of the school, Dr. Uchenna Obiono, said she believes humility did the magic. The overall best principal, Federal Unity Colleges category, Ekumankama Ijoma of Federal Unity College, Nise, on her part, dedicated the victory to hard work, team spirit, and integrity, saying that when one is dedicated to duty without selfish interests, success smiles at the person. Anekwe Nwamaka of Capital City Secondary School, Awka South, won the 4th Best School Administrator Public School category. These awards and recognitions are happening in Nigeria when the quest for migration is increasing by the droves. In Abuja, Princess Ekwe Ajide reporting.
On the foreign scene, a drone attack on a Syrian military academy in the western city of Homs has killed at least 100 people. The explosive-laden drones targeted a graduation ceremony attended by cadets' families. Women and children were among the dead. The army blamed terrorist group backed by the known international forces. There was no immediate claim from the rebel and jihadists battling the government in the country's civil war. The drone attack is believed to have been launched from opposition head area northwest of Homs. That's the news tonight, but remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. On Twitter at ABS Radio TV. On Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main point again, Governor Soludo has presented checks of over 1 billion naira to Mission Public Schools. Anambra State government has pardoned suspended school principals. Anambra State contingent in World Teachers' Day ceremony in Abuja has won 2 out of 7 vehicles. Drone attack on Syrian military academy has killed over 100 people. To end the news, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy on promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for watching. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Good night.